We're living in a dangerous world, but you don't look like dangerous people at all. I would like to suggest that when we are engaged in the work that the Golden Age Foundation tries to do, it's energy that we're interested in. And so I'm going to begin that way. May our seeking spirits receive an energy which is stronger, wiser, and more farsighted than our own, that we may continue with this excellent work, so much needed and so important in this world. When we face the perils of the work and the obstacles, may we find the serenity to accept the things we cannot change. You're familiar with this. To change the things that we can and should. And the wisdom to be able to tell the difference. Amen. Thank you, Claire. Our past president, John Walton, will lead us in the pledge.
All stand, face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, John. At the table tonight, beginning at the far end to my left, it's a pleasure to have Dr. Ken Walker, President of the Historical Society. You just heard from Claire, his wife, who is next, and our Golden Age Secretary, Mark Porter, our treasurer.
Have your attention, please.
I'll use this. Our Golden Age Secretary, Mark Porter, our Treasurer, Regine Schumacher, Banquet Co-Chairman, Kay Torres, all-around Golden Age Handyman, Jim Sharp, he gets attention and he got our libations tonight, Edna Sharp, Banquet Co-Chairman with Kay. To my right is a familiar face, Golden Rain Administrator, Bill Narang, and Mrs. Narang, otherwise known as Susie. Mary Jean Barrett is seated next to Tom, her husband, who is Golden Age Vice President. Lively Ella Walton and her husband John, who as you know is Golden Age Past President. Now I have a confession. I forgot to put dinner on tonight's program. Sharp eyes may have noticed. We go right from introduction to thanks to the dinner crew. Not to worry, fortunately our co-chair ladies and Shirley Williams didn't forget. So the dinner only arrived in spite of me. I'll just signal to Shirley in case she's confused about when to serve. Got that, Shirley? Okay.
They couldn't be here tonight. Her husband ended up with pneumonia. And I noticed there are a lot of people missing here. There's a lot of sickness, I think. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming this afternoon and helping set up these tables. Everything looks so nice. Gene Pyle, Merle Branson, Pat Paulson, Jim Sharp, Tom Barrett, Jeannie Brueggemann, President Jeannie Brueggemann, pardon me. John Walton, Dorothy Simon, Fran Barisov, Kathleen Colpine, Marge Porter, and Regina Schumacher. And thank you to all the board members. Thank you to all the board members who helped sell 310 tickets for this dinner. Before I sit down, I just have to tell you how effective this Golden Age Foundation is. Really, we have lectures the second Tuesday every month in Clubhouse 4. One of the doctors usually does it. And 2 months ago, Dr. Sherman spoke on osteoporosis. We had a good crowd there, very attentive, and Marge Porter introduced Dr. Sherman. Marge brought her little 7-year-old daughter with her for the lecture, granddaughter. Several days later, Marge's daughter called her. She says, "What did you do to my daughter?" She says, "I can't keep milk in the house." She leaves out the refrigerator milk, and she keeps asking me, "What's osteoporosis?" I can't even spell it. So you see, somebody's really getting some good from our efforts with these lectures. The calendars out on the card table at the entrance are for you to take home with you, so as you go out, help yourself to one of them. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, and you and your volunteers always do a beautiful job. Okay, too. Our administrator, Bill Moran, will give us some words on Golden Age Foundation, its history and function. That's appropriate. I'm sure he knows more about it than anyone else, and is always ready to put his knowledge and experience at our service when we need it, which is often. Mr. Moran.
Thank you, Jeannie. Good evening to all of you. Golden Age Foundation and Golden Rain Foundation. 37 years ago, somebody just had an idea. And that idea turned into a Seal Beach Resort community where 8,700 people today are living. And in the last 36 years, literally, thousands of people have enjoyed affordable living in this community. And that enjoyment was created and provided by one single individual who took the private sector and the public sector together. Private sector being a developer, a contractor by the name of Mr. Cortese, and public sector by the name of, in those days, Federal Housing Administration, FHA, which today commonly is known as the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And another partner is a private, semi-private and public industry called Fannie Mae. That was a very pretty girl. Fannie Mae was a Federal National Mortgage Association who provided the funding to build this community. So 37 years ago, that idea, which today and many others before you have enjoyed, called affordable living for very active, retired, senior citizens. But you don't have to be retired to live here. In those days, senior citizens were of the age of 52 years or older. Today, that has changed now. It's gone to 55 years or older. But you know, in our community today, we have average age of people living so wonderfully of the average age of 79. We are very young, but we do it. About 10 years into this community, the Golden Age Foundation Board of Directors realized that there is a need for some kind of an organization, because so many of the people who live here wanted to give money, but above all, wanted to help others who live in this community. That's when in 1973, Golden Age Foundation was formed. Exactly 25 years ago, this is our 25th anniversary now. The purpose of the Golden Age Foundation was formed was to provide assistance, help, and give moral support to those in the community who needed help to go on with their day-to-day living with very little pain and difficulty. And yes, the other purpose was for those who wanted to give, not only just their money, but who wanted to give their time, their expertise, and yes, some of those men who had muscles, we needed those because we wanted to make sure that people could go around and assist these individuals who need our help. So in 1973, Golden Age became a reality what you see it today. In the last 25 years, Golden Age has approximately raised, and please, if you want to audit my number, be careful, it's approximate when I say that figure. We have raised and spent approximately a little over $3 billion. And what did we do with that money? Well, Golden Age Foundation found a way to help people who needed wheelchairs. Golden Age Foundation found ways of providing assistance to people who needed lifeline system. Golden Age found ways to provide emergency meal program to people who were not able to cook and take care of themselves. Golden Age Foundation found another way to provide education, information for those residents who were looking for information as to how to enjoy their wonderful years. And yes, then became the idea of providing transportation, because some of them were not able to drive. They needed to go to the shopping stores or need assistance in doing some of their chores. And Golden Age Foundation began to provide assistance in transportation. One other important function which Golden Age began to do right from the beginning was providing assistance with your tax preparation. So many of you today, and many, many before you, have helped and assisted the resident of this community through the Golden Age Foundation. But Golden Rain could have done these things, but Golden Rain was formed to administer and manage this community, to see that affordable living continues to go on for many, many years to come. But Golden Rain could not give you the opportunity to deduct your donations, because we were not the type of corporation that you have to have in the state of California and under the federal regulations. Golden Age was created with proper documentation and authorization through the state and federal taxing agencies, when you were able to receive the deductions if you donated money. And I know so many of you have given even tonight by becoming members and donating money to the Golden Age Foundation. In the last 25 years, Golden Age Foundation has indeed met its objective, its goals, and the original intent of formulating Golden Age Foundation. So many of the Golden Age Foundation board members over the years have supported through administration and also working very closely with the board of directors of the Golden Age Foundation by providing these valuable services to so many of our residents in the community. You know, Golden Age is today what you all have made it to be. Volunteers who give their time, and I know so many of you do have made your plans already, right? In your will, in your trust. Remember and think about Golden Age, because Golden Age's history has been so remarkable. And you could only talk to those people who get this help and assistance from Golden Age Foundation. So when somebody now asks you what is Golden Reign and what is Golden Age, I hope you will be able to give a small 1.5-minute speech to them by telling them Golden Reign provides me the housing and a wonderful place, and what difference does it make? Whether it's Golden Reign or Golden Age, they both do a wonderful job of providing and maintaining the organizational structure which gives you and 8,700 other people, and I hope for many, many more years, so many more people will come here and find the enjoyment, happiness, and affordability of living in peace and safety. I want to thank all of you for contributing your time, your effort for this organization, which is indeed called Golden Age Foundation. Thank you for giving me the time to share.
My few words, I promised, are about volunteers and volunteerism. To begin, let's meet the Golden Age Board. Board members, I'm going to run through your names quickly and alphabetically. As I read your name, would you stand and remain standing, please? Fran Barasoff, who works on the membership committee. Tom Barrett, very active vice president, very valuable. Merrill Branson, photographer. George Brown, who couldn't be here tonight, but is a stalwart on the board. Shirley Burns, our newest board member, and also a Golden Reign board member. Kathleen Colpine, who works on special medical and taxes. Harry Kanishi, invalid aids and blood pressure machine. Gordon Lundgren, also on the Golden Reign board. Bill Narang, aide de camp. Mark Porter, secretary and blood pressure machines. Pat Colson, Blue Shot Clinic. Jean Pyle, awards. Elsie Robinson, tax assistant. Phyllis Sanford, pamphlet education. Regina Schumacher, treasurer. Doris Sevilla, who couldn't be here tonight. Doris is our longest serving member. Edna Sharp, health lectures. Jim Sharp, invalid aids. Dorsey Simons, membership. Ed and Lupe Torrance, membership and taxes. Kay Torres, history book. Mill Tuttle, bylaws, and our esteemed Golden Reign president. John Walton, Lifeline chairman. Bob Welch, emergency meals. Joy Wiggins, walkathon chairman and Lifeline. And Pat Wiseman, membership. That's the end. Would you give them a hand? We serve and serve and serve. This has to be the world's best board of directors. It isn't just a decision-making, policy-directing board. It's a hands-on, roll-up the sleeves and work board. They get things done. Thank you all. It's been a privilege and a pleasure for me working with you these years. Would you turn now to the back of your program? At the bottom of the list of where your money goes, you'll see salaries, $0 and 0 cents. Those zeros represent Golden Age volunteers and assorted helpers. I'd like to tell you a little about them. The ever-increasing costs of the services you see listed above salaries made a direct appeal for contributions necessary And during the summer of '97, during John Walton's presidency, we saw the first ever Golden Age fund drive, conducted solely through the Leisure World News with the assistance of Dave Saunders and his staff. It was a great success, raising an astounding $30,000. Thank you, Dave. It was also an eye-opener for those of us on the board. It proved what we really already knew, that the people of Leisure World would respond generously to the needs of their community. Actually, when we contribute in any way to Golden Age, we are helping ourselves as well as others. Golden Age assistance requires no means test. It is for all Leisure World residents. For example, we all benefit when Golden Age contributes a new video projector for a clubhouse and makes walkers and wheelchairs conveniently available at the healthcare center on a moment's notice. The fund drive was followed last May by that joyous event run by Joy, the first ever Golden Age walkathon. Volunteers were plentiful to do the work involved. Registrations and money poured in from participants and from many who couldn't participate but who wanted to help. On that occasion had a slew of assorted helpers, Orange County firemen with a fire engine, a wonderful touch arranged by George Brown, volunteer police, Explorer Scouts, Golden Rain employees, healthcare center personnel, and as always, our Leisure World News, the facilitator. The great wonder of it is that there were too many willing helpers to name names. I could never do it without leaving someone out. I may have already. That great wonder applies to all our other projects and activities. We have dedicated volunteers who install and maintain our lifeline units, who take free blood pressure readings, and who handle the invalid aids. A special helper with those has been Lindell Phillips, receptionist at the healthcare center. She's been a tremendous help to us, and we're so grateful to her. Thank you, Lynn. Volunteers staff the monthly health lectures, and the Video Producers Club makes videos for them to be shown on Comcast and loaned out at their library. Thanks to them and to Betty Martin, that's Betty Martin and Mary App, video producers shooting us tonight. Lots of volunteers help out at the annual flu shot clinic run by the healthcare center, and the annual tax assistance program has devoted volunteers, people who work year after year. We've also had the cheerful assistance of Kevin and Vincetti. I said it right. Mr. Moran, secretary, who not only takes our minutes, but also has a magic computer that does wonderful things at her prompting. Thank you, Kevin. Now, would everyone who has ever volunteered for or contributed financially to Golden Age Foundations please stand? I'm sure everybody has to stand, don't they? It shows a team effort, doesn't it? I salute you all. Give yourself a hand. We can all be proud of our little community and of ourselves. We've done good. In conclusion, Golden Age is Leisure World taking care of Leisure World. Thank you. Tom Barrett has the honor of being donor plaque chairman for the evening. You ready to present, Tom?
But the Golden Age Foundation is a volunteer organization that primarily relies on support of the community, both for money and for talent and for hard work. Jeannie has talked about the efforts of the volunteers, and now we have the opportunity to recognize those who have worked and made major financial contributions during the efforts of the Golden Age Foundation. This has been a particularly successful year for the Golden Age Foundation. Our efforts to raise money have met with an amazing outpouring of support. Thanks to the generosity of the residents of Leisure World and their friends and family, we have been very fortunate in our fundraising efforts. The support of everyone is greatly appreciated, and it has been traditional to recognize those people who made a contribution of $200 or more in a year with a plaque. We have carefully checked the records and believe we have plaques for everyone that qualifies. Whenever I have the responsibility of preparing a list like this and presenting the plaques, I always worry that we've forgotten somebody. So if we've forgotten somebody, please let me know and I'll go make it right. Now, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Golden Age Foundation, I would like to thank the following individuals and ask them to stand until they can deliver the plaques to them. In fact, Jim Sharp and Mary Jean and Ella Walton are going to help deliver the plaques. So when I call your name, please stand up. The first name is Ruth Adams. The ones that are not here tonight, I'll deliver to them afterwards. Clyde and Gretchen Brown. The representative for the Feeling Good Exercise Group. All right, we'll do an exercise group after we open up Clubhouse 5 again. Rose Hartom. Dennis and Aline Katrick, K-A-T-E-C-K-I. Representative for the Leisure World Kiwanis Club.
Where's our president?
And Naomi Lamberton. With representative for the Leisure World Swim Club. Dorothy Lytle.
Thank you, Jerry.
Ruth Matson. Joseph Messner. Donna Newton. Marion Ramelman. Representative for St. Theodore's of Canterbury Episcopal Church. Representative for the Stevenson Construction Company. Jim and Edna Sharp. I can do that by myself. Kim and Claire Walker. Francis and Pauline Wanblock. W-A-N-B-R-O-C-K-E.
Paper with it.
Catherine Westerman. Nina Wilson. Nina. John Wolf.
Yeah.
Hazel Yates. The next three I want to take a little comment about. First one is going to Nova Corporate Medical Incorporated. This is a company that is, thanks to the efforts of Jim Sharp, have given us over several thousand dollars worth of blockers and canes and other aid devices during the last year. And Jim's represented them. Their slogan is commitment to caring. They certainly have proven that this last year with Golden Age Foundation. The next one is Rita Mayer. Rita is an interesting individual. Not only did she give her own money but she also helped to arrange several tours for gambling. And she took the proceeds of those gambling tours for Rona and gave it to the foundation. Thank you very much for your contribution. And the last plaque is not here yet. It's for the HealthNet organization, which made a very generous contribution this year. But unfortunately, we were not able to get a check for them at this time. But I will personally deliver it to Grace as soon as it comes in. Thank you very much. And thank you all very much for your support. Look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, donors. We appreciate you. Serious matters are over. Let's have some entertainment. Kate Doris, dinner co-chairman, will introduce our very special and popular artist.
And he's standing right in the wings, so this is great. Paul was performing professionally on the piano at age 14. He presents a program of both popular and classical music. His studies in arranging, conducting, voice, and the harp have given him the opportunities to work with various choruses, arranging, accompanying, and directing. He has directed many musicals and light operas, and as an organist has written music for churches. He performs regularly in the Los Angeles and Las Vegas areas and has recorded for television and records, and we feel very honored to have him here tonight. Paul Hurst.
Can you hear me? Does this work? Is that good? Can you hear in the back? Yeah. Great. Well, it's sure nice to be here tonight. I've been asked to play Broadway selections tonight, so I've got some beautiful pieces from Broadway, and I'd like to start out with one of my favorite pieces. It's from South Pacific, Some Enchanted Evening. Here you go.
This way?
of Music is dedicated to the wonderful music that was made and still is made in Austria. This is the medley from Sound of Music. This is Duane Fulton's arrangement. When he passed away a year and a half ago, I decided that this music must live on, so I listened to the album and I transcribed his arrangement just note by note. So this is Duane's arrangement of Sound of Music.
Thank
Now, one of the things that happens after every concert is people come up to me and ask me different questions. They ask me, how much does the harp weigh? Where is it made? Is this real gold? Do you have calluses on the ends of your fingers? I'm going to answer all of these questions so you don't have to crowd up and ask me afterwards. You're going to get a little harp lesson, in other words. And when I see you next time, I'm going to quiz you on it. Okay? Now, this harp was made in Chicago by Lion Healy, and it is 25 years old. And the strings on the harp are made of metal, sheet gut, and nylon. The red strings are C's, the black strings are F, and the rest are white. You just have to tell which are which. Now, the harp has the same range as the piano, 7 octaves, but it only has 47 strings. Now, how do you figure this? 88 keys and 47 strings. Well, the way it works is this. At the bottom and the back of the harp, there are 7 pedals. And these pedals give us the black notes on the keyboard. In fact, there's 1 pedal for every note of the musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now this pedal on this side controls all of the D pedals, or the D strings. And when the pedal is in its top notch, you get D flat. In its middle notch, same string, D natural. And on the bottom notch, you get D sharp. So you get 3 tones for every string. I wrote that last time. Now the pedals are connected to rods that go up the column of the harp, and they're attached to this mechanism, which has over 2,000 moving parts. So you can see there's a lot more going on than just a bunch of plucking. Now, the way this works, there are little discs that grab the string and they turn, and there are prongs on the disc that grab the string like this and shorten the speaking length of the string. You have 2 rows of discs that give you 3 different lengths of string. So you can see we have a lot more notes than even the piano has. This harp weighs 96 pounds. It's a concert brand. They don't get any bigger than this. And it has real gold on it. Yes, this is all real gold, 24 karat gold. It's got a spruce soundboard. This is hollow. The strings go into the soundboard and vibrate into the soundboard. When it travels to Europe, there's this great big huge trunk that weighs about 150 pounds. And when I wheel it through the airport, people ask me who died. This harp costs $38,000, and I have 4 of them, so I don't know, cost much higher than harps. And it is amplified, but with a very special pickup made just blocks from here by Harpist Paul, who I've worked with for a long time too. We came up with a wonderful pickup that makes the harp sound really real. And yes, I do have calluses on the ends of my fingers, and ladies, you can come up afterwards and feel them. Are there any other questions about the harp? See, I covered it all. Good. Well, I was going to say that the harp is such a romantic instrument. I love playing romantic music on it. And continuing in our Broadway theme, I'd like to play from Leonard Bernstein's West Side Story, Somewhere. I have to play this piece. This piece is the Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Jones.
Bet your Scott never thought it was going to be played on a harp, huh? Maybe he's playing on one right now.
wonderful Broadway shows that I'd love to play some things from. But you know, there's somebody who's written some fabulous shows recently. And it's a great source of beautiful material for the harp. And I'd like to play 3 pieces, including 3 pieces by Andrew Lloyd Webber. The first one would be from Cat's Memory, and from Evita, the title song, Evita. Oh no, from Evita, Don't Cry for Me Argentina, that's the song. And from, guess what? Phantom. All I ask of you, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed playing for you. Take care and keep up all the good work.
I didn't show off my vest. Wait a second.
What an outstanding talent. Isn't it wonderful?
Thank you, Paul, and Patty, and Anna, for keeping him. He was a wonderful addition to our evening. Thanks again. We have door prizes, dinners, birdhouse, dinner, cold hard hats, and much more. And the K area, yes. Put on your hat.
Like, try to do this quickly, because I think you are anxious to get going in 20 after 8. So we have 28 nice door prizes. Our very first door prize is 2 tickets to Disneyland. Jeannie, you want to draw the first one?
Drawing the birdhouse picture, I want.
We got some competition for that. 502075. There's 2 tickets to Disneyland. The next one is Marie calendars, any 5 of your choice. You need to draw another one. The last 3 numbers are 260. The next one is the dinner for 2 at Polly's. Next one is a $10 bill from United Country Visual Realty in the shopping center, and it's here's a couple of dinners at Hobbs Hut. Another $10 bill from United Country Vision World Realty in the shopping center, and it's 2102. $2367. $2240. And here's a $10 bill from Mr. Hank in Leisure World Resale, and it's $2230. Here's a flower arrangement from the florist shop. $2150.
So many people want it.
$2237. Oh, bless. We have 2 very special awards to be awarded in just a moment.
Blessings on the Golden Age Foundation, all the people connected with it, those who are here and those who didn't get here tonight too. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Good night.